the 21st verse. I find that more people are deceived. Matthew 13 and 21. Matthew 13 and 21. Yet has he not proven himself, but do it for a while.
We're going to do a little pre-live, y'all. Okay, y'all going to rock out with me a little bit. We have a live that's coming in an hour, okay? This is usually what I do before my lives, and I go live. I'll be listening to my music, y'all. We're going to talk about it a little bit.
So now you are so offended, you be like, well, I'm done. Well, done with what? Any branch that cut himself from the tree will wither away. That's where Satan wants you. So he will allow offenses to come. We are still learning as a nation. So there's going to still be some abrasiveness going on, some differences, but we must learn to work together as a nation through it to see the other side. We can't always look at, because it ain't perfect like we thought it would be, as an excuse to now choose the old man or the old world. That's what Satan wants.
Listen.
So that's what happens when we become offended, right? It's time to expose. We're not going to do what Christ said. If you are offended, go to your brother alone and you have gained him. Or, I love my brothers and sisters to the degree that, you know what? I feel them right, but today I'm going to suffer wrongfully for the sake of all of us. Because I don't want to lose my brothers and sisters. We're talking about coming together, but yet, I'm going to let one thing make me view my brothers and sisters
and get offended.
Then Christ is viewing them.
Right.
So now we're back at square one again. We received our seed for nothing. We're now to ourselves.
All right, y'all. So y'all on a pre-live with Grace Levi. Okay, I want to send love and blessing to the Levi family. I want to say thank you for being with me. This is just a pre-live, okay? We have a live coming up at 8 p.m. It's an upload. I need you guys to go and put your notifications on, okay? We're going to be doing a short documentary or a short recap of who Assata Shakur is. And the reason why this means so much to me, guys, is because Assata Shakur and Tupac Shakur are the two people who I actually really love that I never met in my life. I mean, just even talking about Tupac yesterday with my daughter and Assata, I started crying, okay? Just to give you a little backstory so y'all can get to know the revolutionary spirit in me. I am from Jersey, raised in Jersey, as y'all know. But y'all know my nationality. Levi in the building, and Benjamin. But with that goes to say, when I was about in 5th grade, I mentioned this to you guys, but if y'all didn't catch it, you know, I was a very intelligent girl, and they asked us to do a book report on anyone who we admired, who was our hero. And I actually did a documentary on Assata Shakur and H. Rap Brown. Okay, if y'all know about these two individuals, they were part of the Black Panthers. Today at 8 o'clock, we're going to give you a breakdown of what happened to Miss Assata Shakur, her life, just a little glimpse into her life in America versus her life in Cuba and what she went through. Okay, but I actually got in trouble. I got in trouble. You was born in 2016, so that's perfect. You need to come in and watch this documentary because this is going to spark a revolutionary spirit in you. Now, we have a diverse audience here. And now that we're in 2015, and I know we have a lot of race relations issues going on, but we do have a lot of people who are fighting for liberation and their freedom, their rights, First Amendment, Second Amendment, and all types of stuff. So there's a lot of different nationalities, I will say, today that actually identify with the people who they call the descendants of slaves, and that is us, the brown melanated people. Because your struggle, our struggle has turned into your struggle because, as you know, they want to make us all 14th Amendment citizens. So what we're going to do today with the documentary, we're going to shed light on actually what happened, um, you know, about the incident that took place in Jersey. Me being from Jersey, that's how I knew about it, you know. So I always admire Assata Shakur, the Black Panthers, and Tupac. And it was not because they were rebels or they were going against the system, but they would do it themselves. They would do it for their people, you know. And just to remind you guys, if you don't know, some of my babies in there born 2016 and things like that, 2015, shout out to you guys. The Black Panthers was actually very young. They were college age students between the ages of 17 to 24 years old, that were participating in this liberation movement, which actually mutated into all nationalities wanting to take place in this, and it became big and dangerous for what we call the government. But one of the things the Black Panthers did do, these young group, this young set of people, was actually start the breakfast program. So I need you guys to look into that, because many people think the government was just free breakfast for us and things like that, but that was actually another stolen legacy, just like Memorial Day. So the Black Panthers actually started up the breakfast program, and there were a lot of incidents that took place in these breakfast programs with the FBI running down on them in the middle of serving breakfast to middle-aged kids, middle school, kindergarten kids, because we were dealing with a lot of poverty. So I wanted to share that story with you so you guys can understand that the Black Panthers wasn't just an anti-government group walked around with guns and things like that. They were actually set up to help first police their community because of the abuse that was going on between the police and their community. So that's where it actually started from. And then they started to note the disparities because these young college students were in colleges taking social justice and starting to understand about law and things like that. So we're going to do a part 2 later on, probably next month, because I probably do this once a month, try to pick something significant to make a docu series or recreation of, because they have taken a lot of this off the internet and they already set a narrative. So I do want you guys to get to know my favorite sister, Assata Shakur. God be the glory that she was able to live out her life free in Cuba in peace. And you're going to see a little bit of that. Towards the end of the documentary, I want you guys to take note that she has basically like a little seminar or a Q&A where a whole bunch of freedom fighters from America and different countries came to Cuba to talk to her about the liberation movement, about what they have done, because it was successful to a certain extent. Okay, so with that being said, I want to say thank you guys. Thank you to all the new subscribers. If you don't know who I am, my name is Miss Grace. You can call me Lady Lashley, Miss Grace, whatever you, Miss Levi, whatever you want to do. But I will say this channel is for people who are ready to liberate themselves, to think for themselves, to critically think. We don't always have to agree, but we can communicate as though we're human and know that we have one common cause, and that is to survive and uplift this planet and not destroy it. So if you're down with that and you differently different, like Grace Levi, hit the like button. You already know what this Hebrew do. So let's go out with a little bit of music, because I love music. Usually before I do my lives, I've been so used to doing lives, but since I've been kind of knocked out the box with some of this streaming equipment, I'm doing a lot of beta testing. So today I uploaded a little different. So let's see how it hit the algorithm. I'm working hard here, but it's all about freedom of speech, liberation, us being free to be. And here, I want to know about different people cultures. Like, I'm not going to always just talk about me being Hebrew in the Bible. And I want to know about you guys, your perspective on the things that we talk about. So remember that this is an open platform. I just ask for respect, because some of you guys have got the fire, but I don't want to give the fire. I want to be a good Levi. You know what I'm talking about? So hit the like button. And again, thank you. This was our pre-live. We may do this every so often just before we drop something like controversial or something that I just want to give a pre-message to. I want to send love and blessings to Miss Assata Shakur, where she was able to live her life out in peace. And you guys is going to get to know the first female, how can I say, freedom fighter who was put on the FBI watch list. Okay. Love you guys. And I'll be in the audience at 8 o'clock. Hit the like button.